What's going on, bro? Welcome back to my channel. Listen, man, in society, man, how it was, it's 2025 now. And there's some people, they want it to be the 60s, the 50s, you know what I'm saying, where everything's segregated, between black and whites and stuff like that. Even 2025 is kind of crazy to even think like that. But we still have people who really think like that and really want their own country by themselves, no black people around, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, every day for anybody, I'm saying, is not perfect. The world is not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But in a situation like this right here, we have Lilly Gaddis, man. Lilly Gaddis is a YouTuber, and I don't know what other streaming service else she on, but I'm guessing she wants to try to use the thing of freedom of speech, and that's when I tell people a lot of times, man, yeah, you got a right to say whatever you want to say, but then again, you got to understand there's consequences of what you might say. You know what I'm saying? What you do say, there are consequences behind that. And this situation right here, she kind of learned a lesson, maybe, but let's see what it all brought up to her getting demonetized from her YouTube page, meaning she's not getting paid from YouTube no more. So let's check it out, man. See what's going on. Check this video out.
The tragedy of today, that we are going to be talking to is not about black people attacking more whites on the trains. Shockingly enough, we are actually going to get to talk about something different. I know that that's a common thread that seems to be happening all the time, but today, you know what's happening? They're trying to keep a real down. They're trying to keep a real down. That's what they're trying to do because they cannot handle the truth. And this is just the facts. When you come speaking the truth about certain things, if you're raising racial awareness, let's say, if you are, heaven forbid, pro white or a pro white voice out there, which I am, which I always will be, and will always influence my content no matter what it is, they will try to keep you down. What? Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings, you wear weaves in your hair, you wear fake eyelashes, wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay? So let me give you advice. Let me turn this racist stream around into something positive. Okay, black women, listen up. Listen up. A black woman is speaking. When you are fighting, when you are going to battle, video, the cancellation cycle, they try to defame you.
So in that video right there, that was the first video um, that really brought attention to a lot of people. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, man, we kind of see this every year that some white woman want to have on blackface and stuff like that, which is crazy, which is sad. And it's like, what are you really trying to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? It's like I just don't get it sometimes in society, man. We still have people have these thoughts of it's just one color that's violent, you know what I'm saying, our culture and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of instances that we do see some black violence on another race and stuff like that. We do see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't see that, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but then again, it's like it's violence every day. Black against black, white against black, white against white, Mexican, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really come to like, oh, our culture is just one violent culture, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like me, man, if I see a black person doing something stupid, I'm going to say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to really say, you know what, that person needs to be in jail. That person deserves what he get because he doing something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a black dude beating up a white person. I'm gonna say the same thing. A white dude beating up a black person. I'm gonna say the same damn thing. If you're doing something that's crazy, violent, trying to harm somebody or whatever, you deserve to get whatever punishment you can get. You deserve and stuff like that. But I'm not going around having a white face or whatever, you know what I'm saying, makeup and stuff like that, or just talking about a certain race. No, I'm not. And we have people like that right there in society, man, that it just think they can say whatever they want to say and do whatever they want to do, and no consequences will come behind it, which is crazy, man. So now we see that her YouTube page and the backlash she getting, you know what I'm saying, is deserving. You know what I mean?
They try to take away your platform. When they can't take away your platform or get you banned, then they will take away your means of funding the project. They will demonetize you so that you cannot make the money that's necessary to continue putting out the content. If they can't stop you then, well, then they try to either jail you or ruin your life through lawfare, or like what's happening to Candace Owens, maybe even put out a hit on your life. Well, I am in the middle phase right now. I was just demonetized on YouTube. Okay, this happened this past week. I didn't announce it because I was trying to appeal the process and whatever, but that's what's going on, folks. I've been demonetized on YouTube. And I always wondered about creators who made a big deal about that until I realized, oh, that's like your sole form of income. Like, so now I'm just making videos for free, and I have the electricity bill for all the billions of lights that's in here. I have to pay for the equipment, and you still have to pay for the
So now she's crying about paying bills and stuff like that, but she's not realizing the stuff that you did to yourself to deserve that. What's going on? You know what I mean? And like people say, go get a 9 to 5 job. You know what I'm saying? And just don't be on YouTube and making videos that really can really hurt somebody feeling that really take offense to what you doing and what you're saying. So you didn't care about none of that. So nobody really gonna care about you losing your YouTube page or not getting paid from YouTube. And now you got to pay these bills. You didn't have a plan before this, thinking like, okay, I know I'm going to receive backlash, so I might lose some money. I might lose my YouTube page. Let me save up some money. And now she's online crying. Crazy.
the people who make the thumbnails. You got a lot of bills to do aside from the builds of natural life there. So yes, I have officially been demonetized on YouTube, which was my sole form of income. Aside from a few tiny little outlets here and there, YouTube was my main money maker. And I'm kind of stupid. I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't plan ahead. I live in the moment. I put it all out there. I'm an open book. I live with my heart on my sleeve. You know, if I say something, I mean it.
Thanks, Black community, for helping to launch my new career in conservative media. You all play your role well, like the puppets you are. This is just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Now she's a conservative or whatever. I don't listen. Me, I don't care what your religion is. I don't care who you in politics or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's your right to do whatever you want to do and believe what you want to believe in. You know what I'm saying? But when you spew out hate, then you deserve everything that comes behind that. You know what I'm saying? It's consequences for whatever you might say that sound crazy or might hurt somebody. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man.
White racist.
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in a country.
Yeah, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is, I mean, would you use the N word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
Mm-hmm. I do, quite frankly.
You use the N word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way,
That sounds crazy. You mean to tell me you want people to be racist and spew out hate to acknowledge freedom of speech? No, freedom of speech is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But there's consequences behind that freedom of speech. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. You got freedom of speech to say whatever you're going to say, but there's consequences of what you might say. You know what I'm saying? You could lose your job, work history, stuff like that, man. People really look up that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Really look online and see what people say or what, you know what I'm saying, backlash you might get because whatever comes on the internet, man, never goes away. Because we see it all the time with kids in college want to do the blackface and people online find out what school they at or whatever. The next thing you know, they get kicked out of college, kicked out of high school, whatever, just doing something stupid without even thinking. Like, dang, you know what? I'm trying to be funny and stuff.
Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be clear, you just said to me you use the N word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I just basically lost my job. Okay. And I'm not complaining. It is what it is. And frankly, if you're not demonetized on YouTube or banned on YouTube, you're probably not over the target and you're probably lying. Okay. So we're not toning it down. We're not shifting. We're not rebranding. We're just taking the fight in a direction where I can actually have an impact. Okay. Like I said, if I wanted to pursue politics, I would go into politics. I would run for office, but I have no intention of doing that. I have too much of a temper. I'd end up probably going to jail. Can you?
Listen, man, somebody like that right there, I see it all the time online. I mean, I see it on Twitter, Facebook, social media, just people who behind their keyboard, laptops, and phones, stuff like that, just spewing out hate. You know what I'm saying? Like it just crazy, man. Like nobody's perfect, but why you gotta be so mean? You know what I mean? I just don't understand it. And even in 2025, we still have people like this right here who's racist. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people like that. And I'm kind of not surprised, and I'm kind of glad that she's kind of coming out and saying what she is and what she did. You know what I mean? Don't even care, because now we know who you are. We know who to look for. Oh, that's the girl. That's, you know what I'm saying. So it's like they're coming out of hiding. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? But just stupid, man. But listen, that's all I got for now. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation, yo. It's wild, man.